Evolution MX offers a quick and easy way to import information from an Excel spreadsheet directly into the payroll. An example of such an import source file could be something that looks like this. This is a listing of a number of different records where we're clearly indicating the job number and the employee code. All of the yellow headed columns are those which my import program is going to look at. The white ones are additional information that you might want to store in this source file that's just going to be ignored for the import. So I've got the employee details, I've got the basic hours would be the different pay elements, whether that is a number of hours or whether it's a value will depend on your payroll setup. We can not only include the contract number, we've also got scope to include the operation code. So if you're using operational analysis within the contract ledger, that can be indicated per line. Some of the values I've got here are literally values. So 1248 would be a monetary figure rather than a unit. So the number of columns you'll have will depend on the number of pay elements you've got within the payroll. I've also included additional notes there, which could be useful for any approval or verification purposes, and also bearing in mind that this information can be stored for historical purposes, it could be a useful reference. So that information then is stored within Excel. It could be multiple sites compiling their own individual entries, and then they can either be combined into one file and imported, or each of the individual sites could have their own files imported as and when they arrive. So if I save that as a CSV file, which I've got on my desktop already, and then we'll run that through into the payroll. So going into my Evolution MX payroll, I'll be able to access enter pay details. Now, this is the same screen you go into as if you're going to be making manual entries. On this occasion, though, I'm just going to use the import option in the bottom left. Okay, and then telling the system that I want to look for a CSV file, I'll be able to locate the file that I want to use as an import. So on this occasion, it's the payroll timesheet. So I'll just double click that. It'll read the information with any particular warnings that might prevent the update from happening. And you can see the information is being displayed as it extracted it from that Excel file. So the contract numbers, operation codes, hours, number of hours, all value inputs with the relevant pay codes within your Evolution MX. So having done that, the result will then be that you will have details automatically populated into your payroll. So for this particular employee, we've got a couple of jobs with 28 hours, 12 hours, 5.5 hours overtime, and split between the different operation codes that you may be using in your system. And that's now ready to go and be processed or added to, amended at your discretion. It makes the whole job a lot easier with the information being imported from a simple Excel-based source file.